And the first thing you have to believe in is believing in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
ولكن البر من آمن بالله.
And believing in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has 4 pillars, 4 arkan. The first pillar is believing in the existence of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I'm going to mention all these points very briefly. So the first pillar is believing in the existence of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Most of these scholars, they mention some of the evidences. The first evidence is fitrah, the nature. A human, his nature calls him towards the actual creator. Our nature says that there must be a creator. And this is the reason Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said that كل مولود يولد على الفطرة. كل مولود يولد على فطرة. Every person born on the nature of Islam, on the nature of Tawheed. So the first evidence is nature, our fitrah. The second evidence of the existence of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is aql, reasoning. Our reasoning says that this chair cannot exist by its own. Our reasoning, our aql says that this phone cannot exist by its own. There must be a creator, there must be a manufacturer, right? How come this human complicated, like this complex human body get into existence without a creator? How come this world, this solar system, this universe, these galaxies came into the existence without the creator? سنريهم آياتنا في الآفاق. We will be showing them the signs of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in the earth, in the universe. Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, وَأَنفُسِكُمْ, or وَأَنفُسِهِمْ, even in their own selves, we will show them the sign. So this was the first pillar of believing in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The second pillar of believing in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is believing in the rububiyyah. Believing that there is no Rabb than Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And when I'm saying Rabb, it means there is no creator, there is no provider, there is no sustainer, there is no one who can bestow me the life, or there is no one who can cause me die except one Rabb, and that Rabb is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. This is the second pillar of believing in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Let me mention some of the dalail regarding this thing. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, yudabbirul amra, or most easiest dalil, alhamdulillahi rabbil alameen. All the praises and thanks belongs to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the Rabb of the worlds. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the only Rabb. And this ayah from Surah As-Sajda, يُدَبِّرُ الْأَمْرَ مِنَ السَّمَاءِ إِلَى الْأَرْضِ. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the one who conducts or who arranges the affairs from the heavens to the earth. The third pillar, believing in the uluhiyyah, believing that there is no ilah than Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. There is no God apart from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, وَإِلَهُكُمْ إِلَهٌ وَاحِدٌ. Your ilah, your God is one God. La ilaha illahu, there is no God other than Him. Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim, He is most gracious, most merciful. And in another verse, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, وَلَهُ مَا فِي السَّمَاوَاتِ وَالْأَرْضِ. And whatever belongs in the earth belongs to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Whatever belongs in the heavens and the earth belongs to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. وَلَهُ الدِّينُ وَاسِبًا. And to Him alone is the everlasting devotion. And even Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, مُخْلِصِينَ لَهُ الدِّينُ. Dedicate all the ibadat, all the forms of ibadat to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Right? The fourth pillar of believing in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is believing in the asma wa sifat, believing in the names and the attributes of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, وَلِلَّهِ الْأَسْمَاءُ الْحُسْنَى فَدُعُوهُ بِهَا. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has the most beautiful names. So call Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, call upon Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala using those names. وَذَرُوا الَّذِينَ يُلْحِدُونَ فِي أَسْمَائِهِ, and leave those who abuse or who change or who deny the names of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So these are the 4 pillars to believe in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The first pillar, that we have to believe in the existence of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and how that would be done, through our nature, through our aql, reasoning, through reading Quran and Sunnah. The second pillar, believing that there is no Rabb other than Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. There is no creator, there is no sustainer other than Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The third pillar, there is no God, there is no one worthy of worship except Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The fourth pillar of believing in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that believing in the names and the attributes of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, righteous are those who spend in the way of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala from their cherished wealth.
وآتى المال على حبه ذوي القربى واليتامى والمساكين وابن السبيل والسائلين وفي الرقاب.
Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam was asked about the best of the sadaqat. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said that وَأَنْتَ صَدَّقَ وَأَنْتَ صَحِيحٌ شَحِيحٌ. You do sadaqah, you give charity while you are sahih, you are having sound health, وَشَحِيح, and this is the time you have stinginess, you are most ungenerous. So during this stage, spend in the way of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and this is the best way of sadaqah as per Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, Dhawil Qurba, to the relatives. As Salman bin Amir radiallahu anhu said that I heard Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam saying, as-sadaqatu ala al-miskin sadaqa. When a person spent on some poor or needy, he would get only one reward of sadaqah. Was-sadaqatu ala dhir rahim. But if a person spent on his relative, he would get 2 ajr, 2 rewards. First reward of the sadaqah that he did, the charity, and the second reward he would get is silah. He fulfilled the right of the relationship. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said that I am and the kafilul yatim, the person who sponsored an orphan, we will be together, and he showed his fingers like this in the Jannah. In the hereafter, the person who sponsored who became the kafil, who sponsored the orphan, he and Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam would be in this way in the Jannah as per this hadith. And who is yatama? Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said that la yutma ba'da ihtilam. Once the kid reaches to the puberty, now he is no more orphan. Okay. And then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, spending on the masakin, on the needy people. Who are miskin? Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam said that لَيْسَ الْمِسْكِينُ الَّذِي يَتُوفُ عَلَى النَّاسِ. Miskin is not the person who beg in front of people, who asks constantly to the people, I need this, I need that. No. Rather, the miskin الَّذِي لَا يَجِدُ غِنًا. Miskin is the one who is able to earn. He might have his own house, he might has the job, but he is not able to fulfill all the needs. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, the miskin la yas'aluna an-nasa ilhafa. Miskin never ask people persistently. Wabn as-sabil. Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam said that there are 3 du'as that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala would never reject. The dua of the mazloom, the oppressed one, and the dua of the traveler, and the dua of the father in the favor of his son. Was-sa'ilin. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said that you have to spend on the sa'ilin. And Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said that لِلسَّائِلِ حَقٌّ وَإِنْ جَاءَ عَلَى الْفَرَسِ. The person who begs, you can provide him, though he is riding a horse. Okay, so then Rasulullah Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said that وَفِي الرِّقَابِ, you have to spend to free the captives. وَأَقَامَ الصَّلَاةِ, and righteous are those who establish prayer. وَآتَ الزَّكَاةِ. Imam Ibn Kathir rahmatullahi alayhi said that Zakah يحتمل أن يكون المراد به زكاة النفس. It is possible that here it means the tazkiyat nafs, the purity of the soul. As Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, قَدْ أَفْلَحَ مَنْ زَكَّاهَا. The person who has purified his soul, he is succeeded. Or Imam Ibn Kathir rahmatullahi alayhi said that أن يحتمل أن يكون زكاة المال. It is possible that it means the zakat. So previously Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned the sadaqah, that is the tatawwu, the extra, the nafil one, the recommended one. And here Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is mentioning fard zakat. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, وَالصَّابِرِينَ فِي الْبَأْسَاءِ وَالضَّرَّاءِ, and righteous are those who are patient in the times of suffering and adversity. And Imam Ibn Kathir rahmatullahi alayhi said that the ba's means ba'sa'i, or ba'sa means the halul faqr, when the person has no wealth, when the person has no money with him. وَفِي حَالِ الْمَرْضِ وَالْأَسْقَامِ وَهُوَ الضَّرَّةِ. And dharra is when the person is facing some health challenges, when he is facing some health issues. Okay, so fi sarra'i wa dharra, sarra in his poverty, and dharra in during his health issues. Okay, وحين البأس, during the time of battle. أولئك الذين صدقوا. If someone fulfills all these things, if someone is having all these attributes, then that person is truthful in his word. He is truly a believer. And أولئك الذي وأولئك هم المتقون, and these are the only muttaqun as per Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.